Let's get more perspective on the approval of the AstraZeneca vaccine by NAFDAC. We are joined now by Professor Ihaichukwu Okoro, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, Babcock University. He joins us from Ogun State. A pleasure having you, Prof, with us.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure being with you.
Now, Professor Okoro, what do you make of the approval of AstraZeneca by NAFDAC?
It's a welcome development because we've been expecting this to happen a long time ago. We are behind schedule. I can tell you this should have been done yesterday. Other countries are already getting their citizens vaccinated, and we are really behind schedule. But I think it's good, it's better late than never. So I believe that we are moving in the right direction by getting this vaccine approved by our NAFDAC in this country.
But what does this mean for Nigerians, especially the frontline workers?
Well, it's good news for us because those of us who are doctors who are in the front line have been waiting for this. You can see that in the US, over 50 million people have been vaccinated in Britain, in Israel, Russia, and other places, even in India. And so we feel that with this coming on now, the frontline workers will at least have hope that some kind of protection is coming their way.
In terms of research, do you think NAFDAC has the capacity to evaluate AstraZeneca for usage since we could not produce one locally?
Yes, I think they have the capacity to do that. You see, once the clinical trials have been done and the vaccine has been sent out, other regulatory bodies that are equipped for this purpose will be able to evaluate the vaccines, particularly the usefulness as it concerns our own population. You know, there have been so much conspiracy theories going against these vaccines, as if once you take them, you know, something bad has happened to you. But those of us in the medical profession know that these things are all lies. We are happy that NAFDAC has given the permission because NAFDAC registers all the drugs, even the ones we don't manufacture in this country. They have the equipment in their laboratories to evaluate every pharmaceutical material that comes into this country. And so if NAFDAC has evaluated it and said it is good for use, then you can believe them that it is good for you. They have the capacity to do that.
But are we likely, perhaps, to have a locally developed vaccine in Nigeria in the future, perhaps?
Yes, you know, in the past, we've been doing that. We have NIPRID, we have the one in VOM, we have NIMA in Lagos. All of these had capacity to produce the vaccines, but poor funding. They've not been adequately funded to do that. In fact, a few days or weeks ago, the Minister of Health announced that some money, about 10 billion, has been approved for the development of vaccines locally here in this country. And the members of the House of Rep, or in fact, National Assembly, said they should stop using the money. You know, it's disappointing. That means they are not interested in the welfare of the people. So I believe that they should quickly give the permission for the funding to be given to our people so that they can start producing. We have the intellectuals. Even if we don't have them now, we could get those who can help us run these labs in this country, and we start developing them locally for us here. We have the capacity to do that.
Professor Ihaichukwu Okoro, a pleasure sharing your thoughts with us on the program.
Thank you very much for having me.